First of all, let's think about innovation in general, which we think of as the application of new knowledge to put into practice, to create something and to put it into practice, or to get it out in the world, or commercialize it in terms of technology. And then a lot of people think about it as a startup or a tech transfer type thing, but it could also be, from a big company point of view, is developing new knowledge and creating new products, new services, and new business models. So indeed, I feel like this is an important topic. It's been quite important for decades now. And I think it's very, very critical that companies think about their innovation, so they're always thinking ahead. What's going to happen in the short, not just the short term, but also the medium term and the long term in terms of their products, services, and business models. And now you mentioned that there was this digital component of things, which I think is creating many, many opportunities, but also exposing companies to some weaknesses, especially ones that hang back a little bit, trying to understand, trying to see what's going to happen first before they make any investments. So you mentioned digital technologies and digitalization, which are opening enormous resources for companies in terms of new products, new services, and new business models. But the only danger here is that companies, in many cases, are afraid to make investments now, and rather they'd wait to see what happens in the digital space, because things are changing rapidly. But on the other hand, what the best practice would say is that they should start experimenting now and playing around now, rather than simply waiting and waiting, because the longer they wait, the less competitive they become relative to other players, competitors in the sector. So that's a lot of the things that we work on and think about in terms of research projects and in terms of teaching. The crisis, the pandemic, exposed a lot of weaknesses in companies. So the ones that hadn't ever considered any kind of digital strategy or digital transformation, were caught unawares and found themselves in a very, very uncompetitive position relative to other companies that had thought through a little bit or ready to make another transition once the pandemic started. So when you said, is innovation, is necessity the mother of innovation or something like that, I would say the pandemic definitely pushed things forward. Maybe the next crisis will do so again. But companies shouldn't necessarily wait, or any organization really shouldn't wait for the next crisis. Rather, it would be better for them to start experimenting now and be ready and be more resilient when the next crisis hits.